Hi, kids. It has been a long time since we've seen you, and we miss you guys so much. But here we are, and we're still trying to get out Jesus' love to you all. So today, we're talking about Jesus gives final instructions, and our big idea is go and make disciples. So when we become a Christian, we choose to follow Christ. We don't always do things right, but our lives are different because the most important thing to us is God. To be a disciple of Christ means to obey his commands and follow his ways. Jesus not only wanted his friends to tell others about him, Jesus wanted them to help people become disciples as well. So after Jesus died and rose again on Easter, he spent a little more time with his disciples. Jesus knew that he would soon be returning to heaven, so he wanted to give some final instructions to the people who had chosen to follow him. Let's read Matthew chapter 28, verses 16 through 20. Then the 11 disciples went to Galilee, to the mountain where Jesus had told them to go. When they saw him, they worshipped him, but some doubted. Then Jesus came to them and said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age." Jesus told his friends to go and make disciples. This is something that we should be doing as well. Jesus promised that he would be with us even until the end of time. We can boldly share the good news about Jesus' death and resurrection with the people in our lives, knowing that Jesus will help us every step of the way. So today, I have some dominoes here. I just have a few right now. We're going to imagine that these dominoes are actual people. So, I think this one is named Constance. Let's say this is Constance. And one day Constance was talking to her grandpa, and who told her all about Jesus. And Constance loved hearing this good news and quickly decided to follow Jesus, and she became a disciple. So we can see the dominoes. In fact, Constance was so excited about Jesus that she told her next door neighbor, Anna. And Anna had heard about Jesus before, but she had never made a decision to follow him. Well, that day, Anna did make a decision to follow Jesus. And Anna went to church and heard that we're to go and make disciples. So she began thinking about who she could tell about Jesus. And Anna had a friend in her karate class that she decided to invite to church. And that friend was named Kelvin. Kelvin was so excited about her friendship with God, and it really changed his life. In fact, his parents saw such a big difference that they decided to become friends with God too. And this continued to happen until many more people heard about Jesus. And it all started with that one person. And who told another, and who told another, and so on. And it made the domino effect. You could cause the same effect. Jesus tells us to go and make disciples. And that starts by telling the people around us. Now, as an activity that you guys can play at home, you just need a couple people. It can be only 2 or 4 or 10. Just find some people in your house, siblings or mom and dad, and we're going to play follow the leader, because disciple is another word for follower. So in this game, we're going to follow the leader so you can walk or move in a different way, or maybe even make some noises, or you just pick a leader and have the rest of everybody else line up and they follow the leader. You can go in a line and you follow the movements or follow the noises. And after about 30 seconds or so, switch and pick a new leader and continue until you are done playing the game. Because we follow the leader with our physical movements in this game, but Jesus wants his disciples to follow him with their whole lives. So this means we act, talk, and even think should be according to Jesus' instructions. It's not always easy, but through God's strength, we can continue to grow as we become disciples of Christ. And hold on one more moment. I have a cool domino shape to show you. Now I hope this works. It's a heart. The domino effect of spreading Jesus' love.